Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into 0 to 1 by Thiel, a book that's all about startups, innovation, and what it takes to build the future. Thiel's main argument is that the best businesses go from 0 to 1, creating something completely new, rather than just making incremental improvements on what already exists. If you're interested in startups or entrepreneurship, this book is packed with insights that can reshape how you think about business, so let's break down the key takeaways from each chapter. The first chapter sets up Thiel's main premise. True innovation takes us from 0 to 1, meaning from nothing to something completely new. Thiel argues that we should avoid competition and instead focus on creating unique products that give us a monopoly. This way, we're not just adding to what already exists, but creating something revolutionary. His main takeaway? If you want to build the future, look to invent, not just improve. In this chapter, Thiel reflects on the dot-com bubble and why so many tech companies failed. He explains that during the bubble, companies focused too much on growth and hype, without a clear plan for profitability or differentiation. Thiel's advice is clear. A successful business has to be more than just hype. It needs a strong foundation, clear value, and a path to profitability. Here, Thiel introduces the idea that all happy companies are different because they have a unique monopoly. In other words, the most successful companies avoid competition by owning a market niche. This monopoly status isn't about taking advantage of others, it's about creating a product so valuable and unique that no one else can compete. Thiel encourages founders to build something so differentiated that they become the sole provider. Chapter 4. The Ideology of Competition. Thiel argues that competition often leads to wasted resources and stress, rather than real innovation. In this chapter, he talks about how a focus on competition can prevent companies from pursuing bold, creative ideas. Thiel suggests that founders should try to avoid competing head-to-head with others. Instead, find a way to create a unique offering where you're the only player in the game. Chapter 5. Last Mover Advantage. This chapter introduces the concept of the last mover advantage, which is the idea that it's better to be the last and only player in a niche than the first in a crowded market. Thiel emphasizes the importance of building a business with long-term potential, one that can dominate its market for decades. His advice? Focus on building a lasting monopoly, not just quick wins. Chapter 6. You are not a lottery ticket. Thiel strongly opposes the belief that success is just a matter of luck. Instead, he believes that success comes from planning, effort, and a unique vision. Thiel argues that founders shouldn't leave things to chance. Instead, they should take control, make calculated decisions, and execute a clear plan. Successful businesses, according to Thiel, are built on purpose, not random luck. Chapter 7. Follow the money. In this chapter, Thiel highlights the importance of venture capital, especially in tech startups. He explains how investors look for companies with potential for massive growth. Thiel advises founders to think big and build something with potential for huge returns, as venture capitalists want to see the potential for exponential growth. A small market with lots of room to expand is often more appealing than a large, crowded market. Chapter 8. Secrets. Thiel's idea of secrets is one of the most interesting parts of the book. He believes that there are truths about the world that remain undiscovered and that founders should actively seek out these secrets. A secret is a hidden truth that others haven't realized yet. Thiel encourages entrepreneurs to think differently, explore the unknown, and look for insights that no one else sees. Finding a secret could be the key to creating something revolutionary. Chapter 9. Foundations. Building a strong team is the focus of this chapter. Thiel emphasizes the importance of creating the right foundation for a company, especially in its early stages. He believes that a startup's culture and values are set by the founders, so they need to be intentional about building a strong, aligned team from the start. Thiel advises founders to be careful about who they bring on board and to create a culture that's resilient and mission-driven. Chapter 10, The Mechanics of Mafia. Thiel introduces the concept of the startup mafia, where teams operate with a high level of loyalty, alignment, and commitment to a shared mission. He believes that the best teams act like a mafia, with strong bonds and intense dedication to their purpose. Thiel's advice is to create a culture where every team member is invested in the company's success and feels like they're part of something bigger than themselves. Chapter 11. If you build it, will they come? In this chapter, Thiel reminds founders that building a great product isn't enough. You need a strong distribution and sales strategy. He argues that even the best product can fail if no one knows about it. Thiel encourages founders to think about sales and distribution early and to create a strategy that will reach customers effectively. Chapter 12. Man and Machine. Thiel's perspective on technology is that the future isn't about humans versus machines. It's about humans working with machines. He believes that technology should complement human skills, not replace them. Thiel encourages entrepreneurs to focus on creating products that enhance human abilities rather than compete with them. Chapter 13. Seeing Green. In Seeing Green, Thiel discusses the potential for innovation in sustainable and green industries. However, he warns that just because an idea sounds good, doesn't mean it's a good business. He advises founders to carefully assess the viability of any venture and ensure there's a genuine market for it. His takeaway? Good intentions are great, but a business also needs a solid plan for success. Chapter 14. The Founder's Paradox. In the final chapter, Thiel talks about the unique characteristics of founders, who are often seen as both visionary and unpredictable. He suggests that founders embrace their individuality, even if it makes them unconventional. Thiel believes that founders should play to their strengths and use their unique perspective to drive the company's vision forward. Closing thoughts. So, to wrap it up, 0 to 1 is all about creating something unique, avoiding competition, and building companies that make a real difference. Thiel emphasizes the importance of thinking big, finding secrets, and creating.